So when you first playing youth league football on the Virginia Tech football team, did you ever think you'd be playing in the real maroon and orange in Lane Stadium?
I didn't really think I was ever going to play for real, but I did play for the U team, the Mallard Creek Hokies when I was growing up. So it's really just kind of surreal that I'm in the same colors again. But I came to a couple camps, Virginia Tech out of high school, but I didn't get the offer. But I guess it was just not God's plan.
But now it is.
Yeah,
and it all
now it
works
is.
out in the end. So now shifting back, I guess a couple months. Last year for ECU, you led the team in defensive snaps. 3 years there. What sort of led to the decision to jump in the transfer portal?
My head coach got fired, Coach Mike Houston. That was a big decision, and I was just talking over with the people that was closest to me, my dad, my mom, and a couple other mentors I have, Chachi Sullivan, and they just thought it would be best for my career and get to the ultimate goal of going to the NFL. He thought the best was me hitting the portal and trying to get to a big conference, and Virginia Tech came calling, so I came.
I know you had the prior relationship with cornerback coach Derek Jones, but sort of talk about that transfer process, the visit, and what really made Virginia Tech the place for you.
The visit went great. I was probably my best visit I took out of all the schools I went to. It was really just sitting down with Coach Jones and him talking more about developing me as a man more really than football. That was one of the key things that won me and my dad over, of his pedigree and all the guys he developed and his style of coaching. I felt like it would really take my game to the next level, and he's a very good developer of the position. So Coach Jones was a big decision, and Braden too, the assistant DB coach. I felt like he was going to help me a lot, and he was very persistent in getting me here. So I really felt like they really welcomed me here, and I really wanted to be here because of them two. And then they played Aaron Sandman in the stadium on my visit. Like I get chills every time I even hear about it. I just can't wait to the band again so I can finally run out to it. But the Aaron Sandman in the stadium, that's one of the reasons I wanted to come to.
Did the spring game fulfill those feelings a little bit, or?
Nah, it kind of did, because the spring game was pretty good, and the fans were still rowdy even for the spring game. Like that's how I can really tell the atmosphere is really. The Virginia Tech fans really love the football team, because even in the spring game they was cheering and they know almost all the players' names. They even know me, and I just got here, so I really do feel welcome here.
So talk about when you just got here. No defensive coordinator in place, but now sort of a couple months in with Coach Siefkes, how do you feel like the scheme fits to what you do?
It's really a blessing. Like me and my dad talk about it all the time. Like it's truly a blessing that Coach Siefkes got that job, because his scheme fits my play style so well. Like that nickel position that we have that we run a lot, and even the corner, the way his defense runs, it fits me. Like it fits my play style so well. It shows that I can be a zone guy, I can go to the post, I can go to the half, and also to my strong suit of me playing man-to-man. That's what they brought me here to do. So it was a blessing that he got here. Then Coach Whitehead has been great. That's the Nichols coach. He's been amazing. Like I feel like I learned something something every day. I learned something new every day being in the room with him, because he's a great teacher.
So when you come in, obviously learning a new scheme, how does Coach Whitehead, Coach Jones, Coach Siefkes from the top trickle that down and make it, I guess, easy to understand when you're running so many different looks?
I feel like they're doing a great job with it, because they literally giving us every resources. We meet almost every day just going over the scheme. OTAs, they're drilling it in our heads. The assistants, you got a meeting with the position coach and the assistants, and they do voiceovers where we can go on our iPads or our phones and go in there and listen to them reteach it again. Like they're giving us every resource we can ever ask for to learn the system. It's really on us to learn it or not.
How important is this summer period, and what does like an average day look like for you on a week?
So we lift 3 times a week, Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Then we run condition Thursday. We lift with condition Tuesday, Thursday, and we got speed work before each of those lifting days, Monday, Wednesday, Friday. And on the conditioning days, we have OTAs. So it's a pretty heavy week. And then for me, I'm big on recovery, so I'm in the training room a lot, and my extra yoga and stuff like that. So football is really a full-time job, so it's really my whole life. So it takes up a lot of time, but of course you try to find other things you like outside of football, and you try to make time for those too.
I know you weren't here before, but what is Coach Ferguson like sort of setting the program for those weeks?
I feel like Coach Ferguson, you could tell he played football before in the way he been training us. All our lifts and runs are football related, and I can really tell how my body's developed, how much faster our God, and how tough the workouts are that he actually played football, because it's really making us better at football. We're not just in there trying to lift like bodybuilders. We actually getting more explosive and faster and stronger. I can't thank him too much, because he's really good at what he does.
You had a good spring, but maybe talk about a guy on the other side of the ball who every time you lined up against him, you could really tell you were sharpening your craft because he was pushing you.
In the slot, we got they're two different type of slot guys that really, and I really have to really think and change my technique every time I got him. We got Cam from Tennessee. He bigger receiver, gadget guy, but can also run routes, and he's like probably one of the fastest guys on the team. And he's also big and can body you up. So I gotta play him different than I play Takai. Takai, he's super quick. You're not gonna be able to touch him. He can turn left and right faster than anybody. So you got to play him different than you play Cam. So those two real guys are really tough in the slot for me to guard, but they make me better. On the outside, AG and DG. AG been here. He's really just very, very sharp and technical with everything he does. But I think his strong suit is his hands. He got probably some of the best hands on the team and some of the best hands of a receiver I've seen before. He makes a lot of tough catches. And then DG, Donovan Green, you could tell he played a lot of college football because he's just so crafty and so smart, and everything he does at his tempo. And he really has everything, even explosive, quick, fast. He really does everything. He's a tough guy to guard.
How crazy was spring? I guess just even talking about it now. You get here, installing a new scheme. How much development did you see in those 15 practices, like from the beginning to the end?
I seen so much, like from my first day, especially at the nickel position corner. I've been playing corner for 3 years now, so I seen it was a very development. But they was really trying to get me. I spent a lot of time at nickel. There was really that development at nickel. Like from my first day to my last day, it's like even till now, it's just like a drastic change, and I'm more and more comfortable every day. And I feel like I'm gonna make a lot of plays on Saturday at that nickel position. And then when I start at a corner, that's when I'm back at home, and I feel like I'm gonna be able to dominate at both positions.
I know you're relatively new here, but you've seen a lot of ball, especially at the collegiate level. Over the summer and the spring, you welcome in a lot of first-year guys. Specifically, I know Knowledge Harrell in the nickel room, JoJo Krim, Jamari Deloach. What have you seen from them, and how do you sort of, I guess, take that mentorship role from the player side?
Really just keeping their head into it and really just showing them the way of how college football works. They haven't done it before, so really just trying to teach them and give them anything they ask, give them any resources that I can possibly give them to help them to make their journey easier. Because I know how it was as a mid-year freshman, because I came in the mid-year, you're just really taking it day by day. You don't really know what's coming next. So I really just try to pour into them and make sure that they're good, and make sure they get in the scheme, make sure they're keeping their head into it, because summer can get long and it can get boring and you can get burnt out, but you really just got to push through it. So I really just try to keep their heads into it and help them with the scheme, with footwork, try to get them on the field as much as possible, get them on the jugs. But I feel like all three of those guys really have a chance to play this year at the position and on special teams. Knowledge, he make me want to work every day, because I feel like if I take a day off, he's going to take my spot. Even that corner, JoJo and Deloach, they're going to push the guys that they're behind to, because they still competing for the spot too. So I might see them on Saturday.
So when you talk about summer might get boring, what are some things as a team, individually, as I guess position groups that you're doing over the summer here in Blacksburg to stay together and also just fun, I guess?
We do a lot of things together. I feel like this is probably the closest team I've been a part of all, just the 14. Like, it changes every year in college football, so it's probably like the closest team I've been a part of. We really, so we were just all at a cookout yesterday for Juneteenth. It was about there was a lot of us there. We cooked out at the pool. We just went bowling as a group. We built beds as a team. A lot of the guys this weekend are going to Charlotte to celebrate Caleb Woodson's birthday, so that should be fun. We do a lot of things together, even just working out, even just going to people's houses, just chilling. This is a very, very close team, and I feel like it's not very clicked up. It's when you see one player, you're going to see offensive players, special team players, you're going to see everybody.
Are there any DBs out there that you sort of model your game after, you cut on and you like to take little pieces from their game?
Mike Standerstill, I love his game. He's a smaller corner, got drafted in the second round, plays for Washington now. His senior year was ridiculous, playing the same kind of position I was playing, nickel, and he'd slide out corner sometimes. And being that 5'9", this 5'10" guy, I kind of modeled my game after him. And then Jair Alexander, he's from Charlotte, so I seen him as I was growing up. I seen him in high school. I actually played middle school football with his brother, so I kind of just follow him as his career is going on. And those are probably two guys I watch. And I watch Garrett Williams for the Cardinals because he played the same position I played last year from Coach Ziffy's scheme.
So you mentioned how every team is so different in this new landscape of college football. Specifically here, the DB room, 4 new safeties. You mentioned all the mid-year and I guess spring enrollees, freshmen, so many new guys. How is that chemistry sort of going just overall in the DB room, and is there a guy stepping up vocally?
You really can't tell that we all just got here because we're all so close, and it seemed like we've known each other for like we've been in college together the entire time. And I feel like we have a lot of vocal guys in the safety room. Tyson Flowers, Q, the older guys, they really know what's going on. Corner room, we had a couple guys stepping up, me, of course, and we have Thomas Williams. He's really stepping up. He was more known as a quiet guy, but now he's really stepping up, taking that leadership role in that corner room.
Cool. I'll get you out of here on this one. I know there's a lot of things, obviously, but one thing that you're really looking to hone in and improve on this summer, what is it?
Really just that nickel position. I really feel like that nickel position can really help me get drafted. I feel like I can be a draft pick coming out of that nickel position with my skill set and that scheme. I really fits me well. So I'm just trying to get all the information I can out of Coach Whitehead and Coach Sivicus and watch all the film and tape that I can to really prove and show myself that I can be the next great DB to come out of Virginia Tech.
Cool. I appreciate it, man.
Appreciate you.